Alright, hello everybody. We're just gonna hop right into an OU match here on the first Pokemon Showdown Live. And as you can see here, if you've been lurking around Showdown's RMT forum, you're gonna notice that my team here, it looks a lot like a team to take advantage of Charizard Y's wall-breaking abilities. But the catch to this team is that it's very deceiving because I'm actually running Charizard X, not Charizard Y. And so I've adjusted some of these Pokemon sets to accommodate a Charizard X sweep. Such as, for example, my Bisharp is actually not running, it's not running Pursuit, it's actually running Swords Dance to weaken walls like Mandibuzz here, in order to facilitate a Charizard X sweep. And so here he's going to lead off with his Rotom Wash. It's not a problem. At best, he's going to try to Will-O-Wisp me. And so I do have this OU team ready for you guys, but I actually wanted the main focus of this Showdown Live to be VGC matches. I have a couple teams ready with that. And he's probably gonna switch in his Aegis last year, and I'm correct. Okay, I guess that's pretty bad. So I'm not gonna waste any time. I'm just gonna go straight into my Bisharp. Hopefully he doesn't have Pursuit. A lot of Aegis Lashes have been carrying Pursuit. I'm not a huge fan of it, to be honest. I would rather have a Stab on Pursuit, which is why Tyranitar is also a great partner for Charizard Y. And he's gonna go into Blade form here, and it's gonna really suck if he goes for, he has Iron Head on this Aegis Lash, and that does a lot. So what I'm gonna do here is just go for the Swords Dance, expecting either the King Shield or his Mandibuzz to come in. If he has Iron Head, it's unlikely that he also has Sacred Sword, and like I thought he's going to switch out, and he's probably going to go into Mandibuzz, and he goes for Rotom, which is an interesting play. Let's see how well he takes this +2 Life Orb knockoff from Adamant Bisharp. And I mean, Rotom can be made relatively bulky, but he is going to die to this knockoff, which is fortunate for me, since that Pokemon really, it especially impedes my Keldeo, as well as Charizard. Well, I guess Charizard X doesn't have too much of an issue with it. And here, I know Iron Head won't kill, so I'm just going to knock off his leftovers, or whatever he may have, as he's probably just going to Whirlwind me away. That's not a problem, I can just bring in my... Hopefully, I go into either my Keldeo, or really, I mean, all of my Pokemon can do a good chunk to Mandibuzz. Just anything except my Hippowdon can actually do something to it. And, I mean, Latias runs a risk by going head-to-head with it as well. And I am going to knock off the leftovers, as he's probably going to go for the Whirlwind. Even at +2, I don't think his Foul Play does kill. So that's pretty surprising. He does have that Chansey. So what I'm gonna do here is gonna go into my Charizard. And just by glancing at the build of my team, he's probably going to expect Charizard Y, and I expect perhaps a Garchomp switch in. And I'm just going to Mega Evolve and go for the Dragon Dance here, as I'm going to pop up. And yeah, I apologize for that in advance. There might be a couple instances of this, just because my computer is pretty screwed up. I need to really clean it up. It'll make these Showdown Lives go faster as well. And so yeah, I'm gonna Mega Evolve, and he actually ends up staying in. I have no idea why. I have no idea what he could be going for. He goes for the foul play, which... Man, why did they do this? It's just that... I mean, if I were Megazord Y, he'd be gone as a dead Mandibuzz. So I do carry Thunder Punch for Azumarill, since he tends to cause a lot of problems on this team. So yeah, I'm gonna go for that. And that is going to take out his Mandibuzz. Yeah, it is. And so the best play for him at this point is going for his Aegislash, which I think is going to be carrying the Shadow Sneak. So, see, my Charizard is still pretty useful, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to die to a Shadow Sneak. I don't lose much of anything by going right into, and he has a Charizard of his own as well, going into my Hippowdon. And at this point it's not worth it to set up Stealth Rocks, just because I have so many Pokemon that can kill his own Charizard. So yeah, I'm gonna go into Hippowdon on his Shadow Sneak and threaten him with the Earthquake. As I wait for... Okay, I need to stop clicking on these, because you click on X on these pop-ups and it takes you to the site anyway. It's a really dick move. So, hopefully this will be the last time. It just really bothers me when there's stuff on the screen. So yeah, I'm going to bring in my Hippowdon, as he's going to go for his Shadow Sneak like I thought. And it's going to do nothing to me. And... well, obviously he doesn't want to stay on me. I'm actually going to try and predict his Charizard coming on me, so I can use Rock Slide on it. Although I suspect he might try to scout and use King Shield first, in which case that's pretty bad for me. Or he could just go straight for the Shadow Ball. Yeah, he's gonna withdraw. He's probably expecting the Stealth Rocks right about now. So maybe he'll switch in his Charizard now. And okay, that was a good play on my part, because I actually do run Rock Slide on this Hippowdon. And I'm just going to one-shot the Charizard. Actually, I'm surprised I killed, although I guess Charizard's not the bulkiest Pokemon. Just because I have 0 attack investment, I think, yeah, I mean, even 0 invested Hippowdon has a pretty high attack stat. I believe it's above base 100, maybe even above base 110. I'm not entirely sure. So here I'm not entirely sure what to do here. This Chansey is kind of an issue. Alright. It's time for Latias to come through here, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for the Healing Wish on my Charizard, and I'm just going to attempt to sweep. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Since, and this is also another time where I kind of regret not having Psyshock on Latias. I didn't think Psyshock would be all that helpful against Chansey, but because it's, yeah, Blissey is it's not seen very much in favor of Chansey, because Chansey does have higher bulk overall. So I'm going to use Healing Wish to get my Charizard back. And it's also a great pivot move, because it works kind of like U-turn, in which the opponent makes the move before. Yeah, see, it uses Seismic Toss. That's going to be a no target, and I'm gonna have to bring my Charizard in for free. And so here I have a couple options. Well, no, I have to go for Dragon Dance this turn. Otherwise, it is going to Toxic me, but that's not as much of a concern right now. Just because it is going to... I think it could probably survive a +1 Flare Blitz, and even if... Oh, are you kidding me? Okay. Because I have to take out the Garchomp as well. So I'm going to go for my Dragon Dance, and... yeah, he doesn't have a switch in, I mean... really, I just want something on this team is about to go down. Unless he makes some really smart switches, like switching in Garchomp on Flare Blitz or something, and then switching back as I go for. Nah, I think +1 Adamant, Tough Claws, Flare Blitz will be enough to 2KO the Garchomp as well. So, I think I've won this. I can just spam Flare Blitz at this point. The Toxic is going to be, and he does withdraw his Chansey into his Aegislash, which is a pretty poor switch in, because I do go for the Flare Blitz. If anything, he should have stayed in with his Chansey, because I would have taken massive recoil damage with the Flare Blitz. But yeah, I only needed one of his 3 Pokemon gone in order for something to sweep, either Thundurus or Keldeo. Because I mean, right now I win with Keldeo because of the Sacred Sword. And I'm actually just gonna go straight for another. I'm gonna go for a Dragon Claw here, and I'm not sure if that will take down. Yeah, it does not, as he's probably gonna go for a. He might go for a size, and he goes for a Soft Boiled. So that's a little bit concerning, just because I am taking toxic damage at this point. But I have nothing to lose just by going for Flare Blitz at this point. Because I mean, Hippowdon takes hits from Garchomp all day. There's no case in trying to, and yeah, that Flare Blitz should kill, but it's also probably going to kill me just because Chansey has a massive HP stat. But that doesn't matter because I do have the choice specs. Keldeo with Icy Wind. I don't have HP Ice. At least I don't think I have HP Ice on. Okay, he forfeits. It didn't matter. One way or another, that Garchomp was not going to live. Alright, now we got that exciting first battle down, and you kind of see this kind of layout. The whole I especially love the combination of having Hippowdon, a Lottie-Twin, and a Keldeo. A lot of my teams recently have been built around that structure, and then building Pokemon that core can support. Like, I've had a bird spamming core with Honchkrow and Choice Band to Talonflame, and I kind of stole that off of one of Smogon's ladder casts, just because I really like that kind of team format. And I've recently integrated Thundurus into that formula, and it's really been killer in OU. It's very effective. I like a lot of higher ups on Smogon like to say that as you get higher up on the ladder, you see less Greninja and more Thundurus. It is one of the best Pokemon in the game right now. But I'm going to switch gears here and go towards the VGC. It's a format that I've been interested in for a while lately, just recently this generation. Especially with how easy it is, how much easier it is to breed Pokemon. I think it's worth it to finally get into the official formats. Because I've been with Smogon for about 3 years now, perhaps, and I've mostly been playing by their rules in the singles format. But this is actually my first developed VGC team that I've built. This is something that I plan to use for official tournaments, and that I'm currently building in Cartridge. And I actually got some very good battles with this team last night as I was trying to live stream. It turned out to be kind of disastrous, unfortunately, because my computer is apparently garbage. And I regret the mistake I made is I only recorded the stream. If I had recorded locally, separate from the stream, then I would have uploaded it anyway, and there wouldn't have been any loss. But I lost a pretty good Showdown Live, essentially, because I did end up watching the stream as it recorded, and it was garbage. So let's just get right into this battle. This team is made around the underrated threat that is the Mega Lucario, and I think the physical set is a lot better in VGC than the special set, just because of its massive wall breaking potential, and it doesn't need to set up, pretty much. And so he's gonna have a Pavilion on his team, otherwise this team is threatening. Okay, so I'm in this matchup. Basically, I'm going to bring something to deal with the Garchomp, and something to deal with that Talonflame, and then something for Rotom W. Yeah, he only has one Intimidator. And for my last Pokemon, I'm gonna bring Politoed because that's the only thing on my team that can really break that Mawile. So Lucario is not gonna get to shine this time around, but my other Pokemon will. I'm especially afraid of his Rotom, and that Gourgeist is gonna be a demon as well. Luckily, it is slow, and I have time to just use Foul Play on it. Hopefully, it's a Gourgeist Super. That way, I get the most damage with Foul Play. And I'm not worried about Pavilion. It's a very frail Pokemon, and I do have the Gyarados. It can't kill me with anything, and I can just go for a Choice Banded Waterfall. So let's see what he brings out the Pavilion, which is interesting. And he has the Gourgeist. Well, Gourgeist is actually pretty useful in VGC just because it can use Frisk. So here I'm actually just going to taunt the Gourgeist, and here he's probably just fearing the Choice Banded Waterfall. So I'm gonna taunt the Gourgeist because I'm expecting him to go for Will-O-Wisp, and I'm just going to throw out a Waterfall. Hopefully he doesn't bring that Rotom. I doubt it. And I'm wondering what that Pavilion is going to do. So I'm just going to skip the turn. So he hangs on with a Focus Sash, and Pavilion uses Hurricane on my Sableye. And oh, okay, this thing used it used Phantom Force. Although I'm not quite sure what he used it on, per se. This is an interesting situation for me. Okay, I'm going to Will-O-Wisp the Pavilion. I suspect that he used... I'm going to actually switch out to my Ferrothorn just because I am banded, and I don't really... My Pavilion's down to a Sash. I don't think it's worth it to hit it again. I might as well get some Iron Barbs damage if he targeted my Gyarados. And so I just take less damage from Hurricane. I think Ferrothorn should take it fairly well. So let's see what he did. So, yeah, he does go for the Hurricane on my Ferrothorn. And he's going to bring in the Rotom Wash here. And I actually... And this is where Ferrothorn's really going to get to shine, because I do carry the Lumberry. And here I'm just going to go for... Although... oh, well, no, he's taunted. So I'm not worried about getting double Wisped onto my Ferrothorn. I don't know what to do here. I'm just going to go for Foul Play. I'm thinking that will do more damage at this point, because my remaining two Pokemon can't really touch him, and I'm going to go for the Power Whip on the Rotom Wash. So I'm in a pretty good position right now, and yeah, he's going to go for the Will-O-Wisp on my Ferrothorn, and I'm going to carry the Lumberry to cure it. And so, I EV'd my Ferrothorn specifically to take down that Rotom Wash. It's one of my favorite sets. And, oh, okay, that Gourgeist is actually faster than my Ferrothorn. Doesn't matter. He's at -1. It's not a threat. I do carry Ice Beam on my Politoed, and Ice Fang on my Gyarados. But so right here, I'm just gonna Will-O-Wisp the Garchomp and use Gyro Ball on it. I suspect that it will do more damage than Power Whip at this point. I'm still not sure about this move. It was just because I had Thunder Wave on it before, and it was usually just dead weight, a dead 4th move slot. And if I'm investing attack into it, I thought I might as well carry the secondary stab to hit things like hit things like the rare, like Salamence. Salamence is common, and it's not hit very hard by Power Whip, obviously. So it's useful for that. And he is carrying the Lumberry. Not gonna matter too much. I can just Will-O-Wisp next turn if I survive this Earthquake, which I suspect I will. And I actually don't, because he used Phantom Force on my Ferrothorn. Okay, that's interesting. So basically here I'm gonna try to assess who's the bigger threat here. I think the Garchomp is a bigger threat at this point. So I'm gonna go for the Choice Scarf Ice Beam. And I mean, there's not much else to do here really. Besides go for the... Okay, I guess it goes away on its own, that pop-up. Yeah, I think I have this match down. Just gonna go for the Ice Beam onto the Garchomp. Hopefully it's not Scarfed, because it's gonna hit my Politoed pretty hard. I don't think it'll OHKO, however. I'm just gonna go for Gyro Ball. That's not gonna do anything to the Gourgeist, but... yeah, I am gonna take down the Garchomp. And he is gonna use Phantom. I don't understand this Gourgeist. I mean, it has decent attack, but I understand Protect's a very common move in VGC. But Phantom Force is just not... it's not good. Although I guess it got better this gen just because Steel doesn't resist anymore. There's still so many better things Gourgeist could be doing. I mean, I've pretty much just been ignoring it as a non-threat at this point. And so I'm just gonna KO it with the Ice Beam. He targets my Ferrothorn. So I pretty much have the match here with my two choice ice moves onto the Gourgeist. I'll need to see how this guy's ranking is, because I mean, yeah, he brought two pretty much non-threats, the Luvilian and the Gourgeist. So that's gonna be a good game. I'm gonna try and find another match after this. Well, to top it off, he's a -2, so he's not going to be doing anything with any attack he hits me with. And the Gourgeist takes that surprisingly well, but I unfortunately freeze him. It's not going to matter at all. He's at -2. Yeah, I would say good game back, but it's gonna probably lag too much. See what I mean? The computer's messed up. Hopefully that message went through. Okay, I've made my move. Yeah, okay. My Ice Fang actually ended up doing more than the Ice Beam. Possibly because I'm twice banded. But yeah, that's gonna be a good game. We're gonna try to get another match with this team, and then I'll shift to the fun team. You're gonna see what it is in a second. I have a treat for you all. It's a gimmick, but it's a neat gimmick. And how long have I been recording? Alright, it's a solid 20 minutes, 25. So we're just gonna try and get another match here. And we're definitely going to be seeing some more Mega Lucario in this particular battle. And I'm debating whether to bring... I'm going to pair him with the I'm actually gonna go ahead and pair him with Ferrothorn. I am fearing the Greninja, I'm fearing that Azumarill. And then I'm gonna use Politoed and Noivern. That should be good enough. And if these pop-ups could go away, that would be amazing. Yeah, that's a threatening team for sure. We'll just see what he brings. Hurricane spam in VGC is actually pretty... I like it quite a bit. And I guess the Noivern was just filler. I was using Dragonite before, but he ended up being pretty slow. And being faster than Salamence, and Greninja especially, it can be... Well, actually especially Salamence. Salamence is seen quite a bit more. And I mean, I wanted to use at least one Kalos Pokemon. I thought this would be a good opportunity to do that. And I know he's going for me. Yeah, he doesn't have much to... He did get off the Intimidate, which is unfortunate. But here, I'm just gonna go straight for the... I'm actually not quite sure whether I should double protect. I'm gonna go for the Power Whip onto the Greninja. Yeah, he only has one Intimidator on this team, so I'm not too worried. Might end up switching out my Lucario. I did take the time to Mega Evolve so I can outspeed the Garchomp when it comes in. And he's gonna Mega Evolve his Mawile. Or maybe if he Ice Beams me, expecting to protect on my Lucario. Well, that's unfortunate. So I'm gonna actually go into... I didn't carry Gyarados. That was a big mistake on my part. I'm just gonna pause here for a second. Yeah, sorry about that. I was interrupted. And so I'm just gonna go for the Bullet Punch onto the Greninja. It doesn't do a lot because of the Intimidate. And I went for Leech Seed onto the... that's annoying. I flinched. That is super annoying. So I'm just gonna go for my Politoed here, and I need to take down the Mawile. That thing is so annoying. He did get to +2 attack, so I'm in a really bad position here. It's really unfortunate that I missed. That Leech Seed could have helped so much. See, I was thinking about putting him to sleep, but I can't do anything with my Noivern to him. So I'm just going to I'm going to go for a... And this time I'm going to Leech Seed the Greninja. And yeah, that's going to do a lot. Okay, even with a Modest Nature, that wouldn't have killed. I'll do Calcs on that because I have been considering the Modest Nature for a while now. Yeah, he's gonna go for Play Rough. I'm gonna die. This is really bad for me because I can't really take down both of his threats at once. So I think I've lost this one. That Mawile really screwed me up. And the map block in the beginning was also really unfortunate. I mean, map block's not really... I haven't really seen that a lot, just because it does rely on speed. I mean, there's a lot of priority attackers. I might switch to Talonflame. He could have probably helped in this situation. Or maybe, I've also been considering the Moongus. He doesn't really deal with Rotom W quite as well, but he does have Rage Powder. That would have really helped in this situation. Well, regardless, I lost. I'm just thinking of who would be more beneficial to kill. I think the Marwell's a bigger threat at this point. I'm just going to do that. Come on, you unresponsive. I'm gonna lose up. If I lose the timer, I mean, it doesn't matter too much. I was gonna lose regardless, but I'm just gonna Gyro Ball the Greninja. Come on! Alright, I made my move. And I get a pop-up, of course. Unresponsive ass computer. And he gets a crit on my Wawa. I don't think that mattered. As I do get the... I don't understand why it does that. You know, Noivern's already fainted. Yeah, he's gonna go for the... He goes for Ice Beam on my Ferrothorn. I'm just gonna... It doesn't matter what I do at this point, I've lost. Yeah, he had Fire Blast all along. That's gonna take me out. Alright, good game. Mega Mawile, definitely a threat in this. Yeah, I really regret not taking Gyarados with me that time. But I'm gonna look for another battle anyway. Hopefully I'll win this time without any interruptions. Alright, this seems like a good team, except it has triple Intimidate. Regardless, I think bringing Lucario would be good for the Scrafty and the Ferrothorn. But I'm actually going to hold off on that. I'm going to bring my Politoed, my Noivern, and then I'm going to bring the Gyarados. And then I'm going to have Lucario in the back for when the Intimidators are gone. I'm especially worried about that Salamence and the Manectric. Although I guess that does leave me a little bit open to Rotom W. Which, I don't think it'll be a huge issue though. A huge issue. I mean, I don't think Ferrothorn was going to be very useful apart from that. So I am going to send out my Politoed. And he's going to send out the Manectric and the Salamence. He's going to get that double Intimidate off. And I am Choice Scarf, so I'm going to OHKO this Manectric. And here I'm just going to go for the Draco on the Salamence, make the safe play. Unless he is Scarfed, which is not uncommon. Although I do hope I scare him into something, rather than him going for a Draco of his own. It's not going to matter too much. I do have my Lucario and my Gyarados hanging in the back. But yeah, right now the Manectric is definitely public enemy number one. I'm going to start the timer on this guy. Oh, hero's move. Skip the turn, see what happened, get a pop-up. Routine. As he is going to Mega Evolve. And get even more attack drops. I apologize if you can hear the rain in the background. I'll try my best to cover that up in the actual upload. So, no matter what, I'm getting slowed down on this simulator. I try to press skip turn, it gives me a pop-up. Okay, he does end up killing my Noivern because he's Choice Scarfed. And this is actually a pretty bad situation. Just because he is carrying that, the Rotom Wash is kind of scaring me. Yeah, he's definitely the threat here. So I'm gonna go into my Lucario and just target the hell out of the Rotom Wash. Get some damage on it with the Hydro Pump. Although I suspect I might scare him into using Protect, so... Okay, what I'm gonna do is this. I'm gonna use Rock Slide on both of them. And then Hydro Pump the... Yeah, I'm gonna Hydro Pump the Room Wash. Although he may also want to Will-O-Wisp me, which would be less than favorable, so I'm just going to... Another fear I'm having is that he has Scrafty in the back waiting to come in and intimidate me. Maybe expecting a Rock Slide. But I'm just going to go for it anyway. I don't think I lose all that much by going for the close combat right away. Unless he protects and then tries to, Oh, well, it didn't occur to me that he might want to take down the Politoed first. But he didn't go for Protect at least, and I'm not... I mean, I'm at +0. I think that Rotom Wash is gone at this point. But he goes for my Lucario. I'm a bit shocked. So I think that if I hit this Hydro Pump, that Rotom Wash is definitely going to go down, and it does faint, but he goes for the... He goes into his Manectric. So here, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull a switch to my Gyarados because the Salamence is faster. It's going to try and Dragon Pulse me. And then I'm going to Bullet Punch the Manectric. I didn't know it lived because of stupid lag. So I'm going to bring my Politoed and Bullet Punch that Manectric. And even though he did intimidate me, I'm not too concerned about that. I'm still going to take it down with a timely Bullet Punch, as the Salamence is probably going to go for my Politoed. Gyarados should be able to take that fairly comfortably. So yeah, like I expected, he is going to go into... And here, yeah, I think he's in kind of a checkmate here. He brings in the Ferrothorn, as I'm just going to go for the Protect here, as I go for Ice Fang on the Salamence. And then I might just switch out into my Politoed, sack it, come back in with my Lucario, close combat the Ferrothorn, and that's a good game. And after this, we're going to get a couple battles with the Fun Team. And hopefully this video is giving you all some insight as in terms of the environment of VGC play and how it's different from OU singles. I'm really liking this format. I wouldn't call myself relatively... I'm new to VGC in general, but I've been playing VGC 14 specifically since the rules came out. And he probably tried to Dragon Pulse my Lucario. And he's going to... He tried to Leech Seed me. I think the combination of Ice Fang and another close combat will kill. I'm not gonna risk it though. I'm gonna... See, the problem is... Well, no. Close combat is gonna OHKO anyway, so I'm not gonna risk it. I'm just gonna go into my Politoed again, let it die. Maybe get off of Hypnosis. Oh. Whoops. My bad. I thought I Ice Fanged the... Ferrothorn. I'm just gonna go back into my Politoed here. But yeah, that's a good game. Definitely a threatening team. And so yeah, I got seeded. Not really concerned about that. As soon as my Lucario comes back in, it's just going to take down the Ferrothorn. Just put it to sleep for good measure, why don't we? As I'm gonna die from the Leech Seed and... Oh, he has a Lumberry. Okay, yeah, that's pretty common. And he's gonna KO my Gyarados. No big deal. Just go into my Lucario and win this match. with a nice and easy close combat. I might actually switch to, I'm not sure if I mentioned this already, switch to PO for this kind of thing. Showdown does have a better visuals at this point with the 3D sprites, definitely looks good. But it's a lot slower than, like, even Pokeball was a lot faster than this, just because the server is a lot smaller. So yeah, I might switch to PO. Hopefully this recording is still fruitful. Crit mattered. This is getting ridiculous. I get a pop-up for everything I click. Whatever, okay. I'm gonna switch to my other team now. Shadow Tag OP. This is my Perish Song Mega Gengar team. It's a cute little gimmick I like to pull. And I mean, I guess the beauty of this team also is that it doesn't rely... I mean, it can function without Mega Gengar itself. I do have the Rage Powder Amoonguss with Bisharp. It's a pretty powerful combination in VGC. Rotom Heat is a force to be reckoned with in VGC. It doesn't give a crap about Charizard Y, it doesn't give a crap about Aegislash. I mean, I guess Rock Slide from Salamence does a number to it, but it doesn't really care about that either because it has Will-O-Wisp. And here he's going to bring a pretty threatening team to the table. I'm just going to go with my usual leads of Gengar and Hariyama with Fake Out. The only thing that threatens my Gengar at this point is going to be that Scrafty, which I can take out with Hariyama Timely. And then for the other two members of the team, I'm going to bring my Amoonguss. And he does have two water types. One which doesn't... Rotom W doesn't particularly care about Rotom Heat. I'm just going to bring my... I'm just going to bring my Salamence for the Intimidate. So here he's going to bring out the Pinsir, which is probably his Mega. I guess I don't really see it all that much. But it is pretty threatening to my Hariyama. And he's also got that Salamence, which is going to be problematic. I do have two Pokemon that are flying. I should have brought Rotom H in this situation. I don't think I'm going to be able to get off a Perish Song. Or at least not before Hariyama goes to crap. I'm pretty sure I can take a Draco from the Salamence. And then from there I can protect as I Fire Blast the Pinsir. After using Fake Out, of course. I'm not concerned about the Intimidate from the Salamence. As yes, I am just going to go for the Perish Song. I could also just go for Rock Slide. Hope he doesn't target me. But nah, I'm not going to risk it. Since... Oh, I guess, in retrospect, I probably should have gone for the Fake Out on the... Okay, the Pinsir is not going to move this turn. He's going to miss his Fire Blast. I'm going to protect here, and then I'm going to bring in my Salamence for the Intimidate on at least the Pinsir. That's going to be pretty useful. And then go for a Choice Scarf Rock Slide. Or, no. I mean, I don't know what to do. Really, I want to take advantage of the Perish Song, but at the same time it's convenient to go for the Rock Slide. And they are both going to target me again. As I'm going to be able to take this Quick Attack now that I have them intimidated. As I am just going to switch right back out. I'm gonna switch right back into a Mungus because then I can stall out that last turn of Perish Song with Protect and switch out my Gengar, and that's 2 Pokemon down. I'm really glad I got to show off this gimmick, and I still preserve my Salamence since I suspect his own Salamence is gonna go for me, for him. So yeah, if you're not prepared for this force, Mega Gengar you can wreck teams while leaving your own unscathed. It's a difficult gimmick to pull off, but it's something I like to have fun with once in a while in VGC. Again, nothing really. I guess it might do well in tournament play just because it. Oh yeah, he does go for me, which I guess is unfortunate. I suspect he's scarfed because he keeps going for Fire Blast. So I'm pretty safe switching in my Salamence again. I'm just gonna protect here, expecting his Pinsir to try and kill me off. It actually might do sort of well in tournament play, just because it's not like laddering, in which you have to face the same kind of teams over and over again. It's a bad gimmick for laddering, but in tournament play it could work just because of the surprise value and the fact that you play against each person just once, and it's the format's just a lot more compressed, like tournament style. So here I'm just gonna survive both of his attacks, and he's gonna die to a Perish Song. So here I'm free to just come back in with my, and... Okay, he was probably choice Specs then, because that Fire Blast did way too much. So here I'm actually just going to go for the Draco Meteor onto the Scrafty, and I don't carry Giga Drain on this Amoonguss, but I do carry Spore. Should be more than enough. I think I have this battle won. He's gonna go for the Fake Out. Not gonna matter too much. He goes for it on my Salamence. Not concerned about that at all, as I'm just going to Spore his Rotom Wash. Is I'm actually going to get to go. Now I'm just gonna Draco again. This time onto his Rotom. It's more of a threat, because I can just go for the Spore onto the Scrafty. And then I guess just switch in my Gengar and go for the, and I don't know if you can hear the thunder, it's pretty loud from where I'm sitting. Yeah, if I just land the Spore, I can just go ahead and use Perish Song and I win. Since they're both slower than me, I can spam Substitute Protect. All that good stuff. But at least in case that Rotom does wake up, it'll be weakened enough to the point where I can knock it out with a Shadow Ball. Since he takes that well, forget Calm Rotom is the standard in this format. And he's probably just going to go for a Crunch on me. If he kills me this turn, that's actually good. Just because I can get off a... And he actually goes for me. So yeah, I'm asleep at this point, not going to matter. Switching my Gengar. And just in case something does wake up, I'm going to go for the Rage Powder. Especially that Rotom. I don't want my Gengar taking a Hydro Pump to the face. And I pretty much won this by spamming Protect and Rage Powder, because I'm going to get to set up a substitute as Amoonguss goes for Rage Powder. I know this is a really trolly strategy, isn't it? Yeah, I'm just gonna go for Perish Song. And I'm gonna go for the Rage Powder. Then I'm just gonna spam Substitute, basically, if I don't die this turn. Yeah, VGC can have its merits. Like, there's no sleep clause, so I mean, there's no so there's really no fault in just sleeping all their Pokemon and using Perish Song. Strategies like that aren't really acceptable in OU, and Rotom Wash is gonna go for the Will-O-Wisp. It's not gonna matter. It's just gonna hit my Amoonguss. And since his Okay, Scrafty woke up and went for the Rock Slide. Not gonna matter. I'm just gonna go for another substitute. I'm gonna go for a substitute. I'm just gonna go for Rage Powder again. And then it's not gonna matter if he. Yeah, it's not gonna. I'm just gonna switch to my Hariyama and go for the Fake Out onto his. Oh, he does have Discharge, so I suspect here he's gonna want to spam Discharge and Rock Slide. So what I'm gonna do here is go for the. This is where Wide Guard can be really useful, especially for people that like to use Earthquake, like especially the Garchomps out there. Number 1 used Pokemon in the tier, and I'm gonna use. I mean, there's no fault in using Protect. They're gonna die, and I do have the Salamence chilling in the back. So we're gonna go for the Wide Guard. I use Protect just in case he went for one of my Pokemon individually. And that's good game. I have the Salamence in the back. Hariyama's gonna survive. And basically just go for Wide Guard. So yeah, that's a pretty cool gimmick, especially against. I guess this team wasn't too bad. He played well. He just wasn't prepared for the threat that is Perish Song like a Gengar. And that's gonna be the game. And I think I could probably end this ladder cast right now. Because, I mean, my computer is not going to get any faster. Like this time, it couldn't even update the ladder on its own. So I might just end this ladder cast here. We played a little bit of OU in the beginning. Played a lot of VGC. Hopefully you guys enjoyed both of my teams for that. I'm going to try to continue improving them for the next time. Especially, this team is going to be pretty much my official team. I'm going to make other VGC teams revolving around different things. Maybe Mega Kangaskhan is something that's really used that I've wanted to try out. I think it might be like the second most used Pokemon right after Garchomp. Yeah, maybe a Tyranitar. Maybe after that. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. And go ahead and leave me a like, subscribe, and also check out my Poke Battle Live that I did about a week ago.